Good morning. Hello. Hello. Hey, hey. Good morning, chat. Hello. Hello, Koishi. Hi, Marcio. How is everybody? Are you sure we're animating a worm with a fancy at neon? Yes, I am sure. I'm positive even. That's what we're doing today. That's what it says on the schedule, right? Why are you asking, are we sure? I'm so confused. Hello. Hey, hey. Chat, I did a bunch of stuff this weekend, and I'm excited to talk about it. I don't know how the schedule works because you people don't use UTC. I'm sorry. Should I add UTC to the schedule so that it's easier? Hi, Mirage. Hi, Zeno. How are you? How was your weekend? Hey, Crimson. Good morning, everybody. Doing okay? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Chat, you want to know what I did this weekend? I'm doing great. Thanks you for asking. I'm doing great. I'm ready for stream today, chat. I've been here waiting. I've been listening to the Constant Companions album by Jamie Page. It's freaking awesome. It's a great album, specifically the deluxe edition. Nerd. Okay, dude. Locked your storage on the server is what you did this weekend? Yes, because some people don't know how to keep their hands to themselves. And my bottles were gone for the nth time yesterday, and I got fed up with it. That's what happened. But chat, I'm excited about this. I went and I tried sushi for the first time this weekend. I went with a friend and we went to this like really fancy sushi place because I heard through the grapevine that it had like allergy friendly, like an allergy friendly menu. So that was fun. I will say, I'm a bit of a normie in which I'm not the biggest fan of like the texture of the sushi. I don't like, I don't know. Whoa! Kato with the 6 months? Is that? Holy crap. Thank you so much, Kato. Also, welcome in. Hi. No way you've never had sushi before? Well, I have now. I had it for the first time. And, I want to say, the flavor, honestly, pretty dang good. The texture, not so much. And I know that's a common thing. I know that it's like, oh, you don't like sushi because it's like chews weird in your mouth, and I'm just like, bruh. Neon spotted. Hey, Kato, how are you? How are you doing? How are you? But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like, I feel like it would be fine if it was all one consistent texture when you're chewing it. That's my take. If I had sushi, but like, I know that's not what it's supposed to be, but like, I feel like if I'm eating a food, it needs to be one consistent texture. Whereas sushi, it's like, you got like the fish in the middle, and then you got like the rice, which is like really chewy, and then you got like the seaweed. And it's like, altogether, I don't dislike it. Is this your first time eating food? Yes. Matter of fact, I've never eaten food before. Oh yeah, Neon Cobblemon code isn't being nice to me. I can't figure out transparency. I keep saying this. I don't think transparent textures work. I've never gotten them to work. I know I've heard people say they do, but I don't know how they work. But yeah, Neon got all this sustenance through blended oats eaten with a straw. No, I just eat Blended oats. No, I just eat yogurt. Chobani. Yogurt of the Chobani variety. You know what I mean? Chat, I forget. Check Dupiter's assets then. Chat, today what we are going to be yes. Blended bacteria instead, very cultured. Exactly. Except it's not the blended kind of yogurt, because they do have like a blended kind where it's like you can get like lemon or like key lime. It's nasty, don't get it. But today we are going to be animating a worm. I am excited. We made this worm last week. Y'all have seen it before. He's freaking cool. Let me come over here. Over here. Chat, remember how we have a follower goal? I completely forgot about the follower goal. That's gonna be a nightmare. But I'm ready. I'm ready. I cannot wait. Let's see here. If I come down here and I say, okay, we're gonna go do this. Boop. There we go. You know what is nasty? Shaved ham can go bad within 2 days. A bacteria grows on it that doesn't affect the ham's taste or appearance, and it just straight up kills you. That's so awesome. That reminds me of, no, it doesn't. What am I talking about? Actually, the best known Pokemon with transparency is Solosis. Ah! That thing is transparency. I'm gonna have to look at that eventually, because there are Pokemon that I think are gonna have transparency in my decks eventually. I don't know when, but I do know that they're going to exist at some point. Anyway, chat, as you guys remember, we made Madoub. Hey, chat, we still need a way to pronounce this thing. Is it Madoub, or is it Madoub, or is it Madoub? Like, what's the dictionary pronunciation of this thing? Boop, 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 boop. A kid named Muck. He is transparent because people don't see him. They look right through him like he isn't there. Hey, okay. You know, I was gonna defend Muck, but I'm specifically going to defend Alolan Muck because regular Muck is lame. Alolan Muck is peak, okay? Don't harp on Alolan Muck. My boy Alolan Muck, he only got one weakness, good stat spread, and a ton of good coverage. He gets like Gunk Shot and Crunch and like Brick Break. And I'm pretty sure he gets, like, Mud Bomb and stuff, too, as well. It's pretty nice. I don't remember what kind of attacker he is. I think he might be mixed, but he's probably physical attacker. Which is weird on a poison type. Or a poison dark type, but, you know. Actually, is it? I don't actually know if it is. You know what? Never mind. He's just cool. That's all I have to say. But anyway. What we are going to be doing today... We're going to be starting off with the battle animations. That's going to be the main thing we're doing today. Hi, Staffy. It's Muck Monday, folks. It's very physical, Neon. Learn your Muck lore, fake fan. Okay, okay. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Boop, 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 boop. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Both of like the nose guards on my glasses fell off, so I'm wearing them without that. LARP Lurkborn strikes again. Nuh-uh. Also need to find out why my Cobblemon save as items and not entities. You are using the Bedrock entity, right? Whoop. Physical. Boop. I like how his neck is at a right angle in his regular pose. Boop. And we need Madaub dot special. Boop. And we need Madaub dot, what's the third one? Status? Boop. I've done this how many times and I still don't remember the most basic parts. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this pose because he kind of does do that. Hold on, at what point is he in the middle? He's never truly like symmetrical in this battle idol, which is cool. I think that's neat. You're sharing in a minute the other two you made? Okay, cool. Ah! See, I think I'm just going to bring up all animators and animate the attacks starting from this pose. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, chat, the first difficult question to answer. Does he physical attack with his tail, or does he headbutt? That's a question that needs answered, and I don't know. I don't know. I've thought of like animations I could do for each one, and I haven't. He uses that big odd nose he got. Yeah, for real. Wait, I also thought of this just now. Look at this. Check this out. Angry. I think both would hurt. No kidding. I mean, have you seen this? The inside of this is probably really sharp. Like this little bit right here. Not to mention this. This is definitely sharp, but you know. Alright, I tell my guys animation to know where you're. You're not allowed to compare yourself to me, Crimson. Nobody's allowed to compare actually, no, don't compare your animations to anybody's. For a cry, he could tip his hat. That would be fun. You shouldn't compare your animation skills to anybody. You know, in this, with his hats like this, it's like, bro realized he is not built for this. Ah! Alrighty. No one's animations are just the others so much better than everything else. Nuh-uh. Have you seen official Cobblemon animations? Try comparing your stuff to that before you compare it to mine. Holy. Dude, I was testing out Cybertop's like riding mechanics shortly before 3.0 dropped. And I used like a Go-Goat as my reference, and I was riding around on Cybertops, and I'm like, huh. And I rode around on Go-Goat, and I'm like, bruh, this just sucks. Anyway. I think he's going to, I don't know. Chat, we'll deliberate, debilitate, no, the word's not debilitate. We'll debilitate Madalb in his faint animation, but we'll deliberate. Take the compliment, humble boy. Dude, what am I, a devil fruit? Humble born. I ate the humble fruit, and I'm a humble person. I'm gonna start with the special attack, because it feels like it'd be easier. Okay, does he rotate? Oh, he rotates from there? Oh, weird. Well, if it is... What? Well, if it isn't Mr. Cheest. Hi, typo. Who is Mr. Cheest? Let me see the animations again. Okay. Grand Idol. Round Walk. Battle Idol. Here you go. What's the gimmick of this creature? Does he moderate a subreddit? He builds pottery. And he made his own helmet out of like clay. Right? It's a box UV, right? Yeah, that box UV is for the texture. Whoop. Whoop. Not the animations. What about the physical? Here's the physical animation. Spoilers, we didn't make it yet. It's been 20 minutes. Does he have a signature move that lowers speed by 2 stage instead of sticky web? I don't think so. Chat, what is this line's gimmick? I don't even remember. I'd have to check. The fact that you're not sure is scary. Well, we concepted this guy so long ago. I will say his BST is 240. Oh yeah, Typo accidentally gave this thing the exact same abilities as Addon. So, can he make pottery with me like Patrick Swayze? I'm sure he could, Kato. What are you even talking about if I wasn't listening? Muddo Blind. We have a stats set in stone, which is fine. We don't have, we don't have the abilities for the first one, really. I feel like Infiltrator isn't a very good ability to have, especially if Addon already gets Infiltrator. Neon, where's your XP candy duper? It is right next to my honey farm, like right behind it. Stop giving stuff huge power, Typo. People are starting to talk. No, we didn't give this guy huge power. We gave him Swarm and then hidden ability Infiltrator, which Swarm I guess makes sense. Hidden ability Battle Armor. You know what? I do like Battle Armor a whole lot. Although I will say, in his fully evolved form, he swaps out Swarm for Mold Breaker, which I'm also a big fan of. I think Mold Breaker is a pretty good move. Yeah, the middle evolution gets Heat Proof and then Water Compaction as his hidden ability. Wouldn't Weak Armor make more sense for pottery? I guess so. What if instead of Infiltrate, Weak Armor you considered? Yeah. You got rid of Water Compaction. Well, why don't give the middle stage Weak Armor instead of Battle Armor? Weak Armor is a sick ability. It is cool. I do like Weak Armor. Also, the signature move you came up with, it sucks. Actually, I don't know. It definitely needs a buff because 85 accuracy, 60 base power is not good. Oh yeah, this guy definitely gets Wide Guard when it turns into its pupa form. Here, Typo, I'm actually going to resend you the rendition you sent me. Because I'm sure you've updated your own by now, but you probably didn't send it to me. There's that. It'd be easier if it were a regional variant Gen 2 version. What do you mean? Anyway, I'm going to start the animation sequence. Animation sequence, engage. Computer, initiate animating sequence. It's gonna be the new entry for your Fakemon. Yes. Also, hi, Mungyo. I feel like I've seen you here before, but I don't remember how to pronounce your name. So you're Mangio now. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Whoop. Okay. For the special attack animation, I want him to kind of wind back. Because this is gonna be him using String Shot, right? Or no, not String Shot. Freaking... I have a better idea for special attack. Actually, no, I don't. What am I talking about? Shout out to String Shot Beedrill. Specifically, Pokemon Stadium String Shot Beedrill. Whoop. Whoop. And then he goes down like... Oh, not like that. Like that. Third ear Evo should get Piercing Drill. I don't know about that one. I mean, it is an interesting thought. But I don't know about that one, Chief. Let's see here. Boop. 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 Ooh. 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 Boop. Boop. You found the problem with the textures? Let's go, Crimson. Piercing Drill isn't even in Cobblemon. Oh, you're so right. Holy. How could I be so dumb? Boop-a-doo. Also, this needs to be faster. Yeah. Boop. We can go like this. Like this. Smooth. And then for the head right here. And then he does that. What's the typing for this guy? Is it like grass poison or what? This guy is bug ground. He is a larva of a potter wasp / mud dauber. And that's what he does. He makes pottery. Whoop. Oops. This like that. Smooth. That's kind of neat. That's what I'm saying. This line gets no good stab moves. He does too get Mega Horn, I guess, kind of. He definitely gets Drill Run, I'll tell you that much. Neon. What? What typo? Is there something I can help you with? Can you give the third Evo Beedrill shooting String Shot animation for specifically using String Shot? I don't know about that. I'll think about it though. Excuse me. $10. Me rocking up with my Reddit mod Worm using bug bite. Why is he a Reddit mod? I guess for the fedora, yeah. Boom! I have an idea where he could like, hold on. Hold on. I want to rotate this down by 5. And then, oops. And then here, right? He gets a little point right there. And then like that. And then like this, you know? Anyone can be a Reddit mod, Neon, even the people you least suspect. Yeah, this guy, apparently. What's this guy's set gonna be? Lunge, drill run, 80 base power moves off of 120 base attack and 85 base speed. ZU at best. I mean, the speed, I will admit the speed is kind of awkward. Whoop. Whoop. And then here, boop, boop. I'm going to make this smooth. Boop. And then he goes back to normal. Boop. 85 speed is fine if you invest it and give it Scarf. I mean, I guess. Also, question for modeling, because I recently started, or more so for the textures, they bug out if a block clips into it. Or if they bug out if a block clips into any other fixes. Oh, you mean like, you mean like if I were to do like this? Boop. And then it does that? Is that what you're talking about? Like the Z fighting? Plain writing, go burr. Writing, oh my god. Z fighting moment. I think this is what you're talking about, right? Neon, why is my guy not water idling despite him having one and the poser having the right code? For the ground idle, you need to set a parameter for is it touching water equals false, and for water idle, it needs to be true. Otherwise, it will always do ground idle. You need to be very specific with your poser. Yeah, Megio? Okay, so here's what you do to fix this issue. You see this little field right here? You do 0.01, boop! Make one of the cubes ever so slightly larger. That way there's no more Z fighting. That's how you fix it. Did that make sense? That's the fix that I usually use, at least. It just, you make one of the cubes incredibly minusculely bigger. And that way they don't Z fight anymore. Whoop. I'm gonna take these, do that. And then we're gonna do this. Whoop. Okay, I kind of like that. Boop boop doo boop 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 boo. I don't know what I'm doing. How is Archog pronounced? Archog, Archhog, Archhog. Yeah, it's a little confusing. I'll admit, I don't make incredibly a whole lot of weights. Also, he needs to look up more. Head. Hydrate time. Arch is not pronounced arc. It can be. It can be. What do you mean? Woo! I did not consider Archhog. Can you check Fakemon Showcase? I also made 3 new concepts of Fakemon. Ooh. Let's see. you've got Bear Man. You've got Bun Feet Torchy. These are goofy, but I like them. They're a little silly. So it's Arcog. That's what I'm saying, typo. Whoop. And I'm gonna do this and this. I don't even remember if I've done this already, but we're gonna do that. Whoop. And we're gonna stagger it like that. What'll this do? I don't know. Nothing good, that's for sure. Ooh, wait, I like that actually. There we go. Whoop. And then here, I want to move the head back a little bit. Oh, not like that though. Head. Whoop. No. There we go. That looks better. Check that out. Whoop. And then here we can go down with the body a little bit. Boop. This also needs to go down. And then I don't know why that's there. And then here we can do this. Whoop. There we go. Whoop. There we go. These guys spawn near terracotta and mesas, common or uncommon. Regular caves, rare or uncommon, or near trail ruin structures. See, I was already thinking trail ruins. I would put these guys at trail ruins. That's like the main thing that I thought of. Whoop. Now we're gonna do the hat. Whoop. Right there. And then here. Whoop. I also want to do this. I want to try and do this. So I can, like, afford to lean the hat forward a little more. So he has angry eyes. You see what I mean? Whoop. And then back to normal. Smooth and smooth. Whoop. Ow. Neon DMs, please. Hello. Oh yeah, it's these things. I think you've shown me these before. Bam, 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 now. There's problems on the subreddit. You gotta ban somebody. Uh-oh. I'm also gonna do this. Whoop. Yeah. Right? And then the head, I think right here, he's gonna lower his head down. And then here, he'll like flick it back. Like that. Maybe. Whoop. Maybe. Whoop. Like this. No? Neon, your parasect is evolving into parasocial. Let's go! Somebody violated Rule 23C. You know, I'm thinking about... See, you actually reminded me of this, Koichi, just now. I'm thinking about adding just like a bunch of really obscure server rules that would never actually like mean anything, but it'd be funny to have them. Whoop. Let's see. Whoop. How do I want to do this? That's not right. Whoop. What if I do this? No. Whoop. Like that. Yeah, the year is 2029. Neon has to attend to all 500 plus viewers DMs during every stream. I feel like that's, you know, I feel like I should add like a rule about that, because that is, I feel like, yeah. Typo, you have a point there. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Maybe a little lower, like that. Whoop. That's... No, maybe like this. Something? Maybe? Neon, check DMs, real important. Okay. Whoop. And then we do something like that. Whoop. There we go. Neon, you have to check DMs. Have made you look. Thank you. Boop, 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 boop. What do you guys think of this for the base animation, by the way? I feel like here should be a little bit more... Oops. Like this. Like... Like that. Maybe. Swag. He's so sluggish and ghoulish. How is this guy ghoulish? What if I do this? And then here we do that. Boop. Something like this. Boop. His hat just like... And then we're obviously gonna have to fix this, because this kind of clips through. I would not trust him with my children. He would eat them alive. He doesn't eat. If anything, he would craft bowls to put the children in, and then somebody else would cook him. Whoop! I like his hat movements. Whoop! Like, I feel like right here they should go... like, up the tiniest amount. You know? Just like that. And now we can do this part, this little head thing. Whoop. Like this. And then it goes all the way back, and then all the way back, like that. Whoop. There we go. This is for when he uses, like, Struggle Bug, or, like, I don't know, Earthquake. Mud Bomb. Whoop. Nope. Wrong thing. I need you. There we go. Whoop. Like this, and then smooth, and then like this. Like that. Excuse me. Hey Neon, why does my mom keep running out of the water? Probably because in its data file you don't have the avoids land syntax. Whoop. Because that is a thing that you can do. Where would I put that? Somewhere in the behavior field. I don't know exactly where, because I've never used it before. Now for head, I'm gonna do this. Boop. Boop. No, I don't like that. Right here. Like that. I also don't like that very much. Boop. Like this. Ugh, I don't like that either. I also don't like that. What is clipping? Y'all see that? Ugh. Like, why does it do that? Oh, wait, no, I know why. Never mind. Oops. Boop. And then we do this. Hopefully this works. Nope, still clips. Look at this. This is stupid right here. Linear. There we go. Okay, that works better. Whee! Okay. Me when I add avoids land equals is true. Yeah, exactly. Boop boop doop doo. I like this guy's animation. Now I will add. Thought you would have added it to Bubblim. Well, Bubblim can be on land. $15. And then here we can do 40. 40. And then 20 back down. I said 20 back down. Well, mine can as well. He will just run out of the water when summoned in it. Oh. Well, that's fine. Most fish Pokemon do that, I think. Whoop. Like this. And then... Whoop. And then like this. Boop, boop, boop. Hello? Boop. Chat, can we get a ruling on that? Is it physically possible for Bubblim to be on land mods? Make a pull. There we go. Well, you both are mods, so I don't see what the issue is here. He like waves his hands at you. Also, this guy does not blink. I'm sorry. He does not have eyelids. He does not blink. He has bug eyes. Therefore, he does not close his eyes. Yes, I know Rufant is capable of blinking. But that is because Rufant is ever so slightly more anthropomorphic than the other bug Pokemon. Because Rufant has eyelids. Rufin is base, that's why he blinks. Exactly. He's just the special one. I also have an idea for the status. I kind of want him to go, you know? Kind of like this animation, but like faster, and he's like standing up more. Rufin blinks because he wants to blink. If you have a problem with that, you can take it up with his huge power boosted butt. That's what I'm saying. With his, what's his BST? Hold on. What's Rufin's BST? Can somebody remind me? Oh yeah, it's 250. That's 10 points more than this thing we're making right now. I'm just looking at, holy crap, Alatant is so terrible. Chat, Alatant is unusable even with huge power. His base stat total is 410. He has, his defenses are 60, 55, 55. With 50 base attack, 90 base special attack, and 100 speed. That's so terrible. He could have given that line a cool split evo, but no. Well, he's a regional bug. He's not supposed to be good. And then there's Dynafly. Did you know that Dynafly has a higher BST than Rufin by 46 points? But only because of his speed stat. Because Dynafly has 96 speed. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Madaub. What is Madaub's stats? Ooh, not good. I'll say that much. Not good at all. Also, frick, we made Madaub better. Hold on. I think I buffed Madaub. Yeah. I buffed Madaub since the original conception, but I buffed him by 1 stat point in his speed stat. That's it. So he has 21 speed instead of 20. And then I don't know why the cocoon form is faster. I feel like it should be slower than the base form, considering it like can't move. Like, typo, can I take 20 points out of Pupicata's speed and put it into like defense? So then his defenses will be 60, 100, 100. Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that? Did you know I'll be bringing Dynafly to the tourney and one-shotting everything with Flash Fire Chandelure? Kid named Protect. And yeah, does the code in Bovenile surface water float? Post type stand float is touching water trees, underwater false animations, blah 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 blah. Is that what I gotta add to yours? So here's the thing. Surface water float is like when you're like Lapras and you're like on top of the water. That's like when you're, that's like if a Pokemon was using Surf on top of the water. That's what that is. Yeah. But in order for it to work, you also have to add the argument in the data, in the species file. You need to make it able to walk on water, can walk on water, because you got to combine those two to make surface water. It is what it is. Yeah, mine does ground idle when on the surface of water. Yeah, you need to add surface water float, and then for ground idle, you need to make is touching water false. You know? Excuse me. Anyway. Silly little guy. I'm gonna make him go down. Like this. Be-do-be-do-be-do. Doodle-doodle-boo. Boop. Boop. And boop. Hello. Whoop. I'm gonna do something like this. It's gonna be goofy. Like this. Welcome back from the ads, Marcio. You know what Wobbuffet Japanese name means? Probably like punching bag or something. Whoop. And then I'm gonna do this. Whoop. Smooth. Like this. There we go. Lurking. Hydrate. Hi, Marbles. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Have fun with that. And yes, hydrating has happened. Don't you worry. Whoop! I think this is a very solid start for this animation. Now, I want to do this. Whoop. Nope. I need you. 5. 5. Yeah. Boop. Is the physical done already? No, we're still deciding if we want to do headbutt or if we want to do a headbutt or a tail swipe. Whoop. 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 Oops. Like this. Make him launch his nose at Mach 3. Well, if his nose was a movable joint, that could be funny. Not that, you know, I'm going to do that, but you know. Whoop. And then we can go back down. Whoop. Boop. Like this. And then like this. And then like this. Signature move nose bullet, 86.4 accuracy, 55 base power. Physical bug move lowers the user's defense and increases their speed by 1 stage. Appreciate your Pokemon spawns at level 99. What? Oops. Hold on. Chat, I'm figuring this out. Don't worry. Right here. Boop. Like that. Ah! Wait, he's silly with it. Boop. And then here we can go back a little bit. Stop. Whoop. I like this. And then for this, we can do like here and then here. Nope. Here. Whoop. Smooth. Whoop. Like that. Boop. Here we go. Wait, it's yours. Oh, never mind. Okay, cool. Whee! Now we do this one. Like this. And then, like, this. Hold on. Get rid of body 3. Ah! Hold on. I don't actually like this. Do, do, do. 10. 20. Boom. Like this. Except reversed. No. Boop. And then back down, and then back up. Whoop. Like that. He scared me since I basically copied Pyroworks spawn file. My Pyroworks spawns at level 100. Joke's on you. Anyway, chat, what are you thinking of this? What are we thinking of this attack animation so far? I think it's pretty goofy. Whoop. We're gonna remove all this, and we're gonna say, John Z fighting. It's fine. It's not actually Z fighting. It's just your mind playing tricks on you. $20. Whoop. And we're gonna rotate it 40 the other direction. 40. Whoop. Poishonian Pyrowork is secretly a convergent evolution because it's a different dex number from a regular Pyrowork. True. Boop boop ba doo doo ba doo boo ba doo boop 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 ba doo boop boop ba doo ba doo ba doo ba doo. Whee! And I also want this to be like that. Boop. And then we can take his head. Nope, not his hat, not his actual head. Whoop. Like this. And then we go up. Whoop. We do 10. And then we do 20 the other way. Whoop. I don't think you can make regional forms of mons from other add-ons, right? I don't know. You might be able to. Wow. Whoop. Whoop. What if I reverse these? Boop. Oh, Lord. He's going sicko mode. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know how I feel about that. Whoop. Nope, not right. 12. And then stop. Like that, maybe? Yeah, I like that a whole lot better. Wee 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 wee. Wee 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 wee. How is this? I might just be insane. I'm probably just insane. Is he okay? He's boogieing. This is him using string shot or mud sport. Now for the hat. Whoop. And then here. Whoop. I'm thinking about making the hat Bezier, honestly. Whoop. Link handles false. And then like this. Boop. Boop. Whoop. And then down a little bit like that. Whoop. Something like this. And then for the position, boop. Like this, we can make this Bezier. Do like that. Right? I know this is slander, but Neon, you're the kind of person to use haberdashery on Iron. What does that mean? I've never even heard that word in my life. Whoop. And then you gotta hit him with the Milady at the end. Boo doo boo boo doo boo 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 doo. A haberdashery has two distinct meanings depending on regional English. In British, Australian, and Commonwealth English, it refers to a shop or department selling sewing and needlework supplies like thread, buttons, and zips, while in American English it denotes a store selling men's clothing and accessories. You know what? I'm gonna add that to my vernacular. I like to be eloquent. Haberdashery. Neon sells clothes? No. Look at him, dude. Of course he does. Dude. You just reminded me of a YouTube short that I saw a while ago, and I don't remember anything about it other than it involved a website where you could buy one-of-a-kind clothes, and one of them was just like a t-shirt, but like a t-shirt, but the guy who made it ran it over with their car, so it just had like tire marks all over it. Cool. There was also one with a giant troll face. And there was also one with a really messed up picture of Winky from the Teletubbies. It was something, I'll say that much. Whoop. Zeno, I do not sell that, first of all. Whoop. Boop. Whoop. There we go. That works. Neon got skeletons in his closet. Neon got a freaky past. I just know. What does that mean? Hello? I do not have a freaky past. As a matter of fact, I have a rather I would argue I have a rather sedentary past, considering that I had several health issues for like a lot of my life and had to stay indoors because of it, and like, I don't know. I guess didn't have to stay indoors. That would be an overstatement, but like, it resulted in me staying indoors for a lot of it. That's what I mean, totally dodging the question. What do you mean, totally dodging the question? Dang, that looks a lot better since I was last year. Welcome back. We're doing status right now. We already finished the special attack animation. Also, ignore the fact that the body kind of clips into itself. That's just something we have to deal with this model, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. Wee 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 wee. But I do think that's all of it for this animation. And here's the special for comparison. I feel like the special is much less involved. Boop. I like how he stands up on the end of his tail, though. That's a cool little thing that I did. And in this one, he kind of leans forward with it. Although it's kind of, it's a little scuffed. I'll admit, it's a little scuffed. And then for physical attack, we still got nothing. Chat, I'm gonna do headbutt because tail swipe seems like it'd be way too much work. Beyond you have made Foxina. Nice. And his name is Foxina. Okay. How do I even want to begin this? Take a look at Fakemon Showcase. Okay. Ah. Where's its eyes? Does it not have eyes in the actual art? Do, 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 do. Boop, boop, boop. It's the yellow. Huh. I don't know how to say this, but it like flows in the animation without the hundreds of frames. How do you do that? Do you mean just like, hold on. Do you mean just like using like smooth keyframes? Just like going to interpolation, hitting smooth? Wee, 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 wee. Or alternatively, if you really hate yourself, you use Bezier and then you can like adjust it like wee 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 wee. Like that. I usually like to use smooth personally because when I use Bezier, it always messes up if I like close and reopen Blockbench, and I hate that. So I don't like using Bezier. But sometimes it's like necessary. I got a cool idea for a Fakemon. It's a satellite and the solar panels are huge hands that it uses to smack people. That would be funny. Smooth is the make it look good button for most animations, hot take. No, you're not wrong. That's completely valid. Although it does require a little bit of like knowledge on how exactly it works. Check it again. Oh, okay, never mind. I see it now. I didn't see it at first. Let's see here. What if I just... You know? Except I did that for Larform already. Hold on. Where's Larform? I'm only bringing this up because I want to look at it again. Boop. 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 Where is Larform? Boop. Boop. Yeah, because in his animation, he goes like, whee! Which this took so much effort to make, can I just say? Just eye enhancement better than Neon. You should have YouTube chat displayed. Also, hi Porygon. So actually, fun fact, I used to have YouTube chat displayed as well, but as it turns out, it is against Twitch TOS to combine chats on stream, so I don't do that anymore. If the rules were different, I totally would have YouTube chat on stream. However, you know, I don't want to get banned, so I kind of can't. And I know it's sad, but like, it's just the way it is. And if you want to complain to John Twitch about it, you can, but I'm not going to because I am scared of him. Whee! Wow, that sucks as an animation. That also sucks as an animation. John Twitch took my family. Twitch when you dare unite two nations. Exactly. I mean, to be fair, Raystream also doesn't register the weird YouTube emotes. Chat, can we talk about the YouTube emotes? They're so bad. The YouTube, like, stream emotes are so awful. Whoop. Whoop. John Twitch took my chat. Exactly. Whoop. I kind of want to bring this guy back down to where he's like... not quite that, but you know, close. Autobots transform. Let's see here. 20. And then we take body. See what I mean? Like, he needs to be like this. Whoop. 40. 40. Please. There we go. And then like this. We can do 20 here. That should work. 20. And then we take the body and we have to kind of... See, this is the annoying part, because I don't know exactly... Like that, maybe? Whoop. Except right here, we have to take a body and then set it to like this. You see what I mean? It's very weird. Because he's gotta wind up to do the actual headbutt. But it's very weird to put together all in one fell swoop. Whoop. Like this, maybe? And then we can... I would like to raise it a little, but I think I need to do this. Yeah, something like that. It's so weird. Whoop. Except it also needs to... Hold on. It also needs to go down like this. Ah! Stop it. And like, it just looks weird if I do this, you know what I mean? Boopity boopity boop boo. Stop selecting the hat. Like, I could do that, right? But it's so weird looking. Doodaloo-doo. And I can't go any lower than that either, because then this will be going into the ground. Doo-doo-boop-boop-boop. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo-boop-boop-boop-boop-boop-boop-boop. Boop. Like that, like that. Chat, got any ideas? This looks stupid. I have a better idea. The head is going to rotate like this. Whoop. This is gonna take a hot minute, chat. Whoop. He's gonna go down like this. Smooth. Like, hold on. Whoop. Like this. Whoop. And then this way. And then whoop. Except like way faster. And also all of these other keyframes that aren't being used need to get the frick out of here. Whoop. Like this. Maybe? No. 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 No, I don't like this either. You know what? This sucks. I don't know what to do. Because I can't really do, like, the ground walk approach either for a headbutt, because then it would look like this and it would look stupid. New idea. We start with something similar to this, where it kind of winds back. But instead of originating the like movement at his base, it's gonna originate at his head. So we're gonna do this. Whoop. Like this. Whoop. Okay, can these be in the right order, please? Lord. Boop. Boop. Hello. Boop. Boop. And then down like this. And then like this. And then like this. Oops. Something like that, you know? Whoop. Maybe. Oh, and when it gets to here, we do body goes up. Whoop. Like this. There we go. You're back after coding a lot. Welcome back. Whoop. Okay, this needs to go faster. Boop. Stop. Oh my lord. Head goes down. This needs to go. Ah! This needs to go way further down. Woo! This is so confusing. I cannot overstate how confusing this is. Whoop. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna linear all of this. Whoop. Here, we're gonna do that. Whoop. Yeah, you really did announce a tourney only 3 days before what happened. No, aw. You don't have any proof. Like this. Whoop. No. Whoop. And then here it needs to be higher up. Whoop. And then the head will go down like this. And then like this. Maybe. Stop. I need the head. Whoop. The day before my birthday, too. How dare. Hey, it's a birthday present. How can you be mad at me? Wait, I have a cool idea. Boop. Hold on. Check this out. Whoop. Like this. And then whoop. Like this. And then okay, the head needs to not tilt back here. What the heck? Whoop. Actually, it does. I changed my mind. Whoop. Whoop. And then like this. You see the idea, right? Whoop. There he goes. Bezier. Do 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 do. What? Hello? Why is that happening? Oh lord, that's why. We're gonna make these linear. So when he digs underground, he looks like this. You see? Cannon, he digs. Except it needs to be faster. Bezier. Bezier. We're gonna unlink this. Woo. No. Like this. Maybe. Down he goes. And then red needs to be nothing. Like, at all. Whoop. Dan, you ever think you'll get more modelers and animators, or are you building on 6+ years of streaming this? I don't know. Chat, do you think streaming this for 6 years will be fun? Whee! And then for the rotation, right? Right here, we need the, hold on. Neon makes -1 money from this. He does it for the love of the game. Nuh-uh. I do it because it's fun. Okay, I don't like how the rotation does that. This is pretty... Whoop. There we go. Oh yeah, model that mirror mouth guy tomorrow. Nuh-uh. I actually have a pretty good idea for that guy. I've been thinking about him for a while. Whee! I also want to make this go up a little bit higher. You see how he kind of clips into the ground there a little bit? Whee! Ah. And then he'll like pop out instantly, you know what I mean? Whoop! And then for the body... he'll come up like this. Step. But then also like this, I think. Oops. Whoop. Smooth. Yeah. Except it'll be like way forward, you know? And then it'll come up like this. Whoop. And then he'll land back down. Whoop. And then these will all be busier. Busier, like that. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Hold on. Excuse me. Doo boo boo ba-doo. Boo doo boo doo boo boo. These need to be step actually. And then these can be busier. And then position. Oops. We need to do unlink busier handles. Plus you hear Neon unfollowing for that one. What? Me sneezing? Sorry. Jesus. I didn't know it was so offensive to you. Whee! And then for here, we can just do a little bit of this. Ooh, I don't like that actually. I like how he comes back out. Whee! This is how Muddob moves around. He pogo sticks. Doing, 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 doing. Okay, I actually like this animation better than the other ones. By the way, Neon, I probably won't make it to the tourney because I'm so cool. That's so lame of you. Whoop. I'm also going to do this. Whoop. I wonder how this will look in-game. Woo! And then right here. Whee! Something like that. Boop. Right here, he'll be back like this. Whoop. Oh, Lord. I forgot his pivot point's in a terrible place. Do 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 do. I wish his pivot point was like here. But I can't do that because it's too late for that. Instead, what I could do is this. Boop, 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 boop. Boo, boo, boo. I also do this. No, hold on. Frick. It's just... Give me a second. Whoop. Blood drills this as blunt helmet instead of his sharp tail. I mean, to be fair, I could also do this. Hold on. Oh, Lord. Why does he rotate like that? I don't know. Whoop. Anyway, what I do know is that I'm going to now do this. Woo! Oops. And then, like, this. Something like that. Not quite like that, though. Because I need to... all these also need to be linear. These need to be linear. Linear. This. Needs to be linear. Sorry, I'm like zoning out right now. This is... The thing you what? Bullet drills this is blood helmet. It's fine. Whoop. If only I had like a locator right here where I could rotate them from. Wait a minute. I do have that. It's called the rotation point. Wait a minute. Group elements, rotation. That's crazy that I just have that now. That's not the right spot even a little bit. Right there? No, right there. Whee! Almost. Almost. There we go. Check that out. Now we have a thing. As for the body position, this needs to be fixed. Whoop. Okay. Now for rotation, down here, I'm going to say, okay, this is a point. And then right here, we're going to rotate 200 like that. And we're going to do step like that. And then right here, we're going to do wait, hold on. I don't know. Whee! Something like this. Smooth. No, not smooth. Bezier. And then this can also be Bezier. Something like this. Oops. Whoop. Hold on. I'm figuring this out, don't worry. Inyan, how do I save the model in a geo.json format without turning it into a blockbench item? You save as blockbench model. Ooh. Wait, that's sick. Chat, do you see this? Now I just make it go up more. By fixing this. Whoop. Why is it like that? I don't understand why it's like that. Why is it rotated all the way like that? Oh, I know why. Wait, I don't know why it's like that. There we go. Whee! And then we can do Bezier here. Whee! Like this. Trooper.geo.json, something like that. Whee! I also am a little concerned about this. There we go. And then this can be busier like that. Whee! There we go. Yeah, I do that, but it saves as a blockband model. You do export as. You have to do export. You have to go here. You got to do export bedrock geometry, and then it'll export it as a bedrock model. I realized I was in Blockbench, and I can just do it. Boop. Boop, doo. Whee! How does this look? If I put my hand up so I can't see when he goes down. That kind of works, honestly. Boop. Like this. Maybe no, it needs to be oh my lord, if I can. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, check Fakemon showcase. I really like the custom Pokedex layout I did. Ooh. That's pretty neat. Ooh, cool. Alright, now I just have to do the escape animation. We just have to like touch this up. Whee! Here we can do this. And then back to normal. Whoop. Like that. Yeah. And then here we can do whoop. Like this. Okay, maybe it doesn't go down that far. Because then it'll give me more space to stagger the rest of it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Here it is. Whee! Next, we got this. Whoop. And before you end stream, I want you to do a favor. What's up? I may or may not be able to do this. Whoop. Boop. No. Boop. Are you gonna test one of my resource packs? Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able, I don't know if I'm gonna do that on stream, but I can see what I can do off stream, question mark. Whoop. Next, I need the head. Boodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Whoop. Whoop. Do 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 do. I'm gonna add one more little impact thing right there. There we go. That looks better. Whee! There we go. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. I don't know if I like that though. Hold on. Check showcase again. Okay. Oh, hey! You finished the other guys. We're gonna take body here. I'm going to... Well, first of all, I'm gonna take this stuff and move it a little bit. I'm gonna take rotation. Move it to like there. Whee! Okay, yeah, that's better. Here, maybe? I want him to, like, come out of the ground faster. Like, this needs to be more pronounced. Like that. And then this needs to wait a little bit. Here we go. That's so much better. Whee! If I cover the bottom with my hand, it looks very nice. Okay. We're almost done here. Whoop. Now we do the hat. Whoop. Like that. Like this. And back to normal. There we go. Next we do... Ah! Hello? Next we do this. Whoop. Like this. Whoop. And then like this. Boop. There we go. Whee! I also want to do a little bit of squash and stretch when I get to here. Boop. Like that. Smooth. Boo doo 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 doo. Boop. That makes the impact look a little more, you know? I like that a whole lot better for the landing. Whee! I also kind of want to do that over here as well. Smooth. There we go. Whee! And then here we can do like a... I don't know if I like that. Whee! Like this. Smooth. Like that, maybe. Whoop. So when you're looking at it head on, that's pretty nice, right? Whoop. So imagine you're watching him from like here, right? Whoop. It's a pretty good animation, I gotta say. Whee! Whee! love using stretch and squish since my guy's slime and all. It's fun. It adds much more character. This is how he tackles, by the way. I'm surprised it turned out as well as it did. I was expecting full and catastrophic failure for this guy. Last thing we're gonna do is just this. Whoop. And then here we can go like, we can do this. Whee! He is going to be scratching himself a little bit. Ooh, like that. Boop. Whee! I like how he just clips underground, by the way. That's still very funny to me. Hopefully messing with his scale won't, like, ruin this animation. Whee! You know what, actually, just to preemptively counter that, I'm gonna do this. And then I'm also gonna do this. And then I'm also going to do this. There we go. Just exaggerate it a bit more. Whee! 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 I like this. I think this works. Whee! Yeah, I can't animate that well. Pursues is the best animation ever. Okay, but you saw me trying to do like 2 other animations before this one, before I settled on this one, and I was like, nope, too hard. Nope, too hard. I'll just do this one because I'm lazy. Too many logistics for these other ones. This one's easy compared to the other ones that I wanted to do. Like, literally, my other idea for his animation would be he turns his body on its side and flicks you like that. Which would have been freaking, like, I would be tearing my hair out doing that one compared to this. Because this one's easy compared to the other ones. Whee! Mine are so dang basic, it's not even funny. I mean, hey, I made this one, which is pretty basic in my opinion. I didn't put a whole ton of thought into it. He kind of just does that. This one's a little fancier. My dog. Should I make 50 more animations that'll take 10 hours to complete? Oh, okay, never mind then, I won't. Okay, good call, good call. Next up we've got Muddaub.Paint. Still better than mine, there's not nearly as much movement. Well then just add more movement, question mark? I'm actually gonna take the fainting animation from this. Also, what is happening here? I just realized a fatal flaw. And that is that this joint is a little stinky. It's a little stinker. -5? No, it should be nothing. 5. And then this one should be 15. There we go. That's better. Alrighty, now we do... Whee! We do, Man, you know what? I'm just gonna use this pose. I don't even care. Like this. Use a slime. There's not much more movement I can do that would look good. Just make him... I don't know. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Can I please click this? And then in this animation, we're going to... Ow! You see the idea? We're gonna do smooth. Whoop. Let's see here. We're gonna do this. Nope. This. I don't know why I'm sneezing today. Excuse me, chat. Excuse me. Whoop. So he goes, ow. Woo. And then here we can do back to normal. And then back to normal. Ow! You see the idea? Ah! I don't know what happened there. And now, we kind of... Whoop. And we're gonna have to do busier for this, which I hate, but you know, there's not a whole lot we can do. Busier. Bonk. It'll bonk like that, I guess. Whee! Well, as for the positioning, that's gonna be easy. We just do this. Whoop. And then we bring it back up. And then for the rotation, oops. The rotation, whoop. Position, I want to do something like this. Whoop. Like this. Whee! Gosh, I keep clicking the wrong stuff. Maybe I should just pay Neon to make animations for my guys or enhance the existing ones. I don't know, man. Let's see here. I also want to do this. Hold on. Boo-doo-boo-doo. Like, right here, he's going to go down, like... Boop. Like this. Ah! And then his head will go... like that. Like this. Wow. Maybe we move him back a little bit. Yeah. You know that you literally this is the perfect scenario to play the boom 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 boom. Also, can I just say the hat's rotation is not it. What is happening here? Oh, never mind, that's why. It needs to be the other way. There we go. Doink. You know what I mean? And then here, it'll hit his head. Oh my god. Dude, I'm actually gonna crash out at this timeline. There's so much stuff just everywhere that I don't need. Doop. And then it's gonna bounce off like this. Whee! Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Whoop. Right there. And now I need to do this. Boop. And then that could be a straight line. And then this could be like that. And then the rotation, we unlink this, we do that. And then we take real head and we do this. And then we also do this to his body. Whoop. And we do this smooth. Wow. The faint animation is so goofy. I mean, this is what people wanted it to be. Whoop. Whoop. And now I gotta rotate this thing. I'll worry about the hat later. For now, I want to do this. I want to do this. Bezier. No, not Bezier. We're gonna do smooth. Whee! Ow! Boop. And then here we're gonna go down like this. Boop, smooth. And then smooth. Oops. Boop. Right here. And then like this. And then collapse. You see? The only problem I have is the hat moves with his body. Like this. Whoop. Neon, you have an error to show me? What's your error? Excuse me. Whee! Okay. Like this, and then smooth. Whee! Whoop. Whee! Go on fun projects. Oh. Bow, 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 bada, bow. Multiplayer is disabled. Please check your Microsoft account settings. That sounds like there's some sort of, like, safety parental control is active on your Microsoft account, Marcio. That's something that you have to figure out. I can't do anything about that. Whoop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. The worm lost his hat. Oh. Whoop. We're gonna go here. Woo. And then down. Whoop. Like that. Bong. We're gonna do this and then this. No, it needs to be connected better to his head. Like that, maybe? Yeah. Boing. Oh, yeah, I still want to show you my resource pack. Woo! And then smooth. and then like this, and then like this. Doing. We're also gonna do this for the back tail. We're gonna do that. Whoop. Like this. There we go. Linear. Whoop, whoop. Like that. Anyways, I want to expand the land more. The stadium is not big enough. Oh yeah, you were working on a stadium, weren't you? I remember that. You were posting about it earlier. The G-Max Stadium? Yeah. And now it's time for hat. Next we're gonna move it to like here. Stop. Whoop. Oh yeah, I have to make the position not like whoop. Whoop. And then the rotation. Do-ba-do-boo-diddle-doo. And then here we're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna do this. Whoop. Whoop. Like that. Except we're gonna do this instead. Whoop. And then here we can do like this, maybe? Hold on. Something like that. What animations aren't done yet? We haven't done sleep. We haven't done recoil. Here's a few that still need done. Whoop. We can make this smooth. Whee! How does this look, chat? I feel like this is fine. For the faint animation. We extend it to 5 seconds. It reminds me of Permafluff's death animation. Whoop. Here's this from the top view. I honestly like how the lid moves, like how it kind of loops around. I didn't even mean to do that, but it kind of... Ah! Dude, I swear to God, I hate you guys. Why'd you do that? That scared me. Don't XD at that. Also, chat, did you see the new brew emote I added to the Discord? I also added it to Twitch because I thought it was funny. So now you can type brew and you'll have this stupid freaking dog. Do 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 do. Anyway, now we're gonna do a Madaub dot recoil. Bam. Have you seen this dog? Yeah, exactly. Boop. We're gonna do 10. Nope. Yeah, head. Like this. Whoop. Like that. I'm gonna sleep now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I hope you have a good night, Marcio. Whoop. Like that. And then we're gonna bring up all animators. Boop. Smooth. And then like this. Smooth. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Whoop. There's his oh, excuse me. He's got his recoil now. Ow! 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 Next, what's up? After recoil, we've got blink, cry, sleep. Well, he doesn't have blink, so we're just gonna do cry. Muddaub.cry. It's gonna be play once. And it's just gonna be this. Whoop. Oops, we're gonna do head. Because I don't actually have a cry for this guy yet, so. Whoop. So he's just gonna do this. And then. Boop. Boop. I don't know what he's gonna do. What does this fella evolve into? You guys will see. I am a big fan of the middle stage of this Evo line, which is weird because it's the cocoon stage, but I really like it. Next we'll do sleep. Loop. We need to get a good pose for the sleep. Maybe he'll be like, ooh, you know what? I have an idea. Maybe his sleep animation will be this. Like this. And then like this. Boop. And then his hands can be up on the ground as well. Whoop. Like that, and like that. And then they'll be rotated. 47. 47. And then 17. Oops. Stop. This is how he sleeps. Whoop. And then like that. Maybe a little too far. Boop. And then we do this with a thing on his head. Boop. Like that. And then we do this. And then we make it smooth. And we do like that much. Boop. 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 There we go. Oops. Madalb. Boop. This is how he sleeps. And then when you and then you see, if you can't see the bottom, he's just chilling there, you know? He disguises himself as pottery. I like how you can see his little arms. It makes no physical sense, but they're there. There's a little added detail. I guess I could also just like do this, but I don't wanna. Anyway, chat, that is all the animations done for this guy. Yippee! Yippee! That's pretty cool. Anyway, just to recap what we've done, we've got the 3 that we did last stream: ground idle, ground walk, and battle idle. And then today we did physical, which obviously physical's always the best one. Whee! Where he digs in the ground and comes out. We get a special attack, which is kind of lame, but you know what, it works. And then we get the status. Wee, 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 wee. I like the status a whole lot. Adds. Oh, rip Crimson. We get the feint, which the feint is fun. The feint, we talked about how the feint would happen last week, so I was excited to animate it. But it's funny. We get the recoil. We get the cry. And we get the sleep. How do you even view this one? You go orthographic for it, and you do like this. Whoop. There we go. That's how you view this animation correctly. That's pretty neat, actually. Here he goes. Whee! It works much better when you're viewing it like this, I have to say. Never mind, I will stay for a while until you end the stream. Valid. But anyway, we're not gonna be sticking around for too much longer. So I don't think there's anything else we have to do today, honestly, because I'm gonna be so for real. I have no idea what this guy's moveset's gonna be. It's definitely gonna have tackle, mud slap, harden, string shot. I don't know what else. He's not gonna get infestation because the other guy did. But anyway, chat. That's gonna do it for today's stream. We are just hitting the 3-hour mark, which is very good timing, to be honest. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's stream because I did too. I had a lot of fun today. And yeah, remember, chat, tournament tomorrow. So I might go on the server later today off stream or early tomorrow to do like tourney prep, because I'm gonna be so for real. I have nothing prepped for the tournament. I have nothing, but I'll figure something out, I'm sure. Anyway, once again, chat, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? But until then, bye-bye. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye. Yeah!